In New York today, new video of Wendy Williams with the NYPD at her side.
Wendy, how you feeling today? I know you said that you needed help.
Wait, did Wendy Williams actually call out the people who made her sick? For a long time, it seemed like everyone had abandoned her. They expected her to stay quiet and broken, but now Wendy is speaking up and revealing everything. Rumor has it that some people around her deliberately made her ill so they could control her and take her money. Reports say Wendy was given harmful substances for months, which caused her health to decline. Even more shocking, her son tried to warn people a long time ago, but no one believed him. Many assumed he was after her money when he was really trying to protect her. Now it's starting to look like he may have been right all along. Fans are pointing fingers at Wendy's court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Moresi. Many think she made things worse rather than better. Before Sabrina was in charge, Wendy was reportedly in much better condition. But once she stepped in, her situation quickly deteriorated. There are also claims that Sabrina spread false stories, saying Wendy couldn't manage her life, even though she was showing signs of improvement. That's what made people suspicious. Reports had said Wendy was getting stronger and more aware. So how did she suddenly go from improving to completely unable to care for herself? The timing just doesn't add up. Critics argue that if Sabrina wanted control over Wendy's money and decisions, she should have admitted it instead of pretending to protect her. The situation worsened when claims emerged that Sabrina might have been taking Wendy's money for herself. Wendy reportedly confronted her about it. Her son, Kevin Jr., added more to the story, sharing that doctors said Wendy's dementia was linked to alcohol use. Yet, instead of helping her stop drinking, Sabrina allegedly allowed it, or even gave her alcohol herself. That's not what someone truly looking out for her would do. Even worse, Wendy's own family wasn't allowed to visit her during this time. They were completely cut off, making people question what was really happening behind closed doors. How could anyone claim to protect her while keeping her away from family and letting her health decline? It's hard not to wonder whether this was really about Wendy's care or just control and money. Whatever the truth, Wendy isn't staying quiet anymore. She's reclaiming her story, and people are finally starting to pay attention.
Honestly, like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me. And by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I did.
When Sabrina said Wendy was permanently incapacitated, her son Kevin refused to accept it. He immediately challenged her, insisting the story was false and didn't match what he knew about his mom's condition. Kevin even left a comment on the Shade Room, making it clear he didn't believe Sabrina's claims. And Kevin had good reason to speak out. Just a few days later, Wendy was seen out in public, looking far from incapacitated. She was spotted shopping at a holistic store in New Jersey, moving easily and smiling for pictures. An employee said Wendy appeared alert, friendly, and fully in control. She wasn't being pushed in a wheelchair or helped to walk. She was standing and talking like her usual self. She was with Kevin, which made the moment even more meaningful, showing the strong bond between them despite everything. Fans who saw the photos were shocked that this was the same woman labeled too sick to function. It raised serious questions about why Sabrina had painted such a bleak picture of Wendy's health when the truth looked completely different.
Saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears you. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her.
Wendy has reportedly tried multiple times to break free from the guardianship, but each time it seems like powerful forces stepped in to stop her. It's almost as if the system is set up to keep her trapped exactly where she is. Many fans have compared her situation to what Britney Spears and Kanye West went through. Both were labeled unstable, while others controlled their lives and money. People are beginning to see a pattern. Like Britney, Wendy is being treated as if she can't make her own decisions, even when she shows clear signs of improvement. In Britney's case, she revealed in court that her family gave her heavy doses of lithium, a strong medication that left her confused and powerless. They then used her behavior under the drug as evidence that she wasn't mentally capable. Now, fans worry Wendy could be facing something similar, that those around her are keeping her weakened so they can maintain control. It's painful to watch someone who built a thriving career and spoke her mind now fighting just to have her own voice back.
Story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view and what was in the picture.
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was gonna boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. He was fired.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all come.
Kanye has also spoken up about dealing with the same kind of treatment. He claimed that people around him tried to use medication to make him appear unstable, even though he wasn't actually sick. According to him, they wanted to harm his reputation and silence him by making it seem like he had lost control. His story sounded strangely similar to what Britney and now Wendy have faced, with powerful people using mental health claims to control anyone who stops following their rules. Kanye said that once he began questioning the system and openly talking about what was going on, they called him crazy to discredit him. For many fans, this strengthened the belief that these situations aren't random, that there's a larger pattern of celebrities being pushed into guardianships or heavy medication to keep them quiet. And now, with Wendy's situation looking so similar, people can't help but wonder if she's the latest target of that same cycle.
I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van, they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my coworkers that shot standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking, what are you all looking for? Because you know when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk before I knew it, out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, it's total outside.
When it comes to who's really behind what's happening to Wendy, no one can say for sure. But many fans online have pointed at Diddy. And honestly, their reasoning makes sense when you look at their history. Wendy and Diddy have had tension for years, ever since her radio days, when she wasn't afraid to speak her mind about anyone, even powerful industry figures. Back then, Wendy made headlines after talking about a rumor involving Diddy. She said someone had sent her emails with photos from his vacation in Mexico, showing him in a situation that caused controversy. Whether it was true or not, her comments didn't sit well with Diddy, who was one of the biggest names in music at the time. That moment reportedly started a long-running feud between them. Some believe Diddy never forgave her for bringing his name into such personal gossip, and they think he might have used his influence to make things harder for her later. While there's no concrete proof linking him to Wendy's current troubles, the timing and their rocky past have kept fans suspicious and talking non-stop about his possible role.
Ran out of the club so fast and got into the waiting SUV that it wasn't until he got into the truck that he realized that he left Jennifer behind, along with his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf. He just like ran. You know, forget it. That's a true sign of an itch bag, by the way. You know, leaving his
I thought it was an unpay.
Well, eventually, Jennifer and Wolf made their way to the SUV without Puffy.
Right.
They ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing a the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second, of course, in the car.
Right.
All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard, Puffy and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually, Puffy and his bodyguard, Wolf, were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the... And Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, because the prosecutor said this, "I can't go to jail, I'm Puff Daddy."
He was arrested with a deadly weapon. And
Puffy wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. Puffy posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life, and wrote, "If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. I suggest don't use social media, though, to reach out. I think this is a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession, like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately, not publicly."
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right? Well, not run, you know, like push you out of New York at one point. He had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out.
There are even rumors that Diddy took things further after Wendy's comments. Some say he sent people to confront or even threaten her at work back then. Wendy herself has said she felt unsafe and thought people were sent to intimidate her after she spoke about him on the radio. At the time, she was one of the few media figures brave enough to openly call out powerful people in the music industry, which made her a target. Reports say she faced threats and had people show up at her workplace, making her feel like she was being watched. Whether Diddy personally ordered it or not, the situation caused real fear for Wendy. Fans think this was Diddy's way of sending a warning that no one should publicly cross him. And given his influence, it's easy to see how he could make life hard for anyone who spoke against him. That old conflict may be part of why people believe Wendy's current struggles aren't just bad luck, but the result of a long line of powerful enemies she made simply by telling the truth.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture. You know, hip-hop culture and also hip-hop celebrities shedding light on our culture.
Let's not forget when 19-year-old Shine ended up taking the fall for that infamous club shooting involving Diddy. While most people stayed quiet, Wendy was one of the few who questioned the whole situation. She openly asked why Diddy and Jennifer Lopez weren't being investigated more closely, which caused major backlash at the time. Wendy didn't stop there. She also spoke out about Diddy's relationship with Cassie years before anyone else did. Long before Cassie left him, Wendy was already warning that something seemed off, proving once again that she wasn't afraid to speak uncomfortable truths.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Eventually, it seemed like Wendy and Diddy had made up. Or at least, that's what Diddy wanted the public to believe. They appeared to have moved past their issues, smiling in photos and acting polite whenever they saw each other. But many think the piece was just for appearances. Behind the scenes, tension may have still existed. By pretending everything was fine, Diddy could make sure no one suspected him if something bad ever happened to Wendy. It was a smart move, keeping his reputation clean while quietly staying involved in her struggles. During one of Wendy's later interviews with Diddy, viewers noticed a moment that felt unsettling. In the middle of their talk, Diddy suddenly brought up her son for no clear reason. The comment caught Wendy off guard, and her expression changed instantly. She looked tense and uneasy. Many watching felt that Diddy wasn't just making casual conversation, he was sending a message. Fans think he mentioned her son on purpose, as a quiet but serious warning for Wendy to stop digging into his personal life. To them, it seemed like his way of saying that if she didn't back off, there could be consequences. The moment was brief, but it left a strong impression. People couldn't shake the sense that Diddy was using Wendy's biggest weakness, her love for her son, to intimidate her publicly. It was one of those instances where no loud words were needed to feel threatening.
I have lymphedema. You know what that is, correct?
I know.
Okay, you don't know lymphedema? All right, I'll show you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Lymphedema is this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
No, look closely.
Right.
Hold up, please. Hold up. I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yeah.
All right, it's up and down. Okay. Okay, that is, I can only feel.
When news broke that Wendy had been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, many people were shocked and skeptical. Given her long history of public feuds and the powerful figures she'd crossed, some fans wondered if there was more to the story. Diddy's name quickly resurfaced, with people questioning whether he might have had a role in what happened to her. The timing felt odd to many. Wendy had just begun regaining control of her career and speaking more freely before her health suddenly declined. Because of her history with Diddy and the tension built over the years, the diagnosis raised plenty of questions. While there's no solid proof linking him to her condition, the speculation online hasn't stopped. For many, it seems too coincidental that someone who spent years exposing the industry's dark side would suddenly go silent due to a condition affecting speech and memory.